like crying on the internet, but I'm not even about to pretend like this some shit that I'm finna be embarrassed about, bro. Like, I ain't never been so fucking devastated behind an election. And it's just like, when you a black woman surrounded by black men and they say all this shit like, oh, he's not that bad, and oh, he just hates everyone, bro. Like, it was my brother homeboy I was talking to the other day, a black man, and I found out that he's a Trump supporter. I'm like, he does not like you. And he was like, oh no, he just don't like everybody. What? So that's a good candidate for you? Someone who just fucking hates everybody? Like, what? And I'm fucking crying in my room this morning. My brother gonna come up in here and say, what's wrong with you? Like, he can't think of one possible reason why I would be upset right now, bro. These niggas are so fucking, they live on another planet. And it's because none of this shit affects men. That's why. Men don't give a fuck about nothing that don't directly affect them. If it does not directly affect men, they do not give a fuck. And motherfuckers hating women is the whole reason he got elected in the first place. The first time he got elected, he ran up against a woman. Second time, he ran up against a man, and it wasn't even a good fucking candidate, and he lost. He ran up against a woman again, and he won, because y'all just fucking hate me. I really...
Okay,
a Florida woman has decided to divorce.
So
I'm just gonna say,
it's not an act of love if you make her, you make me do too much labor all day, every day. Therapist, mother, maid, nymph, then a verb. It's not an act of love.
Hope your day gets better. Positive energy.
Why?
Oh.
You don't understand English!
This shit is crazy, man. Shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopefully elect. So, I just want to touch on this real quick, man. You know, with this whole election fallout, women are upset that men pretty much got Trump elected. When, you know, when you look at it, majority of, you know, so-called black men, you know, voted for Kamala Harris. And so did black women. So you can't really blame the Israelite man for the reason why Trump won. I mean, listen, this whole thing is a psyop. This whole thing was set up from the beginning for Trump to win anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, this whole thing with Kamala and the clown show she put on and the clown show that Trump put on, this was really to take the minds of the people. These people are already pre-selected before anybody even votes anything. All right, pretty much your so-called vote is really just to see who the people are more in line with. All right, because when you listen to what each side says, yeah, Trump has this plan, Kamala has this plan, you know, whoever so-called wins that popular vote, that's really just a gauge for the elites to see, okay, well, majority of the people want this candidate or they agree with his policies, right? Or same thing with the left, right? So your vote in the grand scheme of things really don't count because these people are already put into position. They're groomed, all right, to be put into these positions, man. And remember, when Trump lost, you know, or when they didn't put him in back in 2020, he told you then that 2024, we coming back. All right. So these past 4 years, them MAGA Edomites, them Trump supporters, they was waiting for Trump to make his big comeback. And people are now happy that he has. All right. And you got to watch out for this shit, too, because many of these people, they think, oh, yeah, Trump won. We good. You know, Trump going to turn things around. But listen, this nigga Trump about to put hell on these people, man. All right, this nigga is Nero in the reincarnation. All right, and when you go into Nero was a crazy motherfucker. All right, excuse my Swahili, man, but Nero was crazy. All right, this dude Nero, which was an ancient Roman emperor, this guy actually appointed his horse as a Roman governor. All right, so this dude was completely deranged, like he was burning down Rome and stuff like that. You see? So this guy, Trump, he's coming back in the same spirit. All right, he wants to be a dictator, right? Trump's whole thing is, listen, you're not going to have to worry about another election because when I get up in there, he's pretty much going to seize total control. All right, but besides that, these women are mad on the left because now that Trump is in there, they feel as though their rights are going to be taken away, which really the only reason why they're upset is because Trump, he's really about to hold women accountable, all right? Because he's not about to allow abortion on the federal level. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's pretty much going to leave it up to certain states, which he's really only doing that because the Edomites, you know, or so-called white people, you know, their birth rate is negative right now, all right? And they're becoming a minority in this country very fast, you know what I'm saying? So that's why he was so big on that, to ban abortion, because he wants these, you know, white women to stop killing they babies, okay? Because they're becoming a minority and they're losing power. So that wasn't even about you know, so-called black women, all right? That was a, you know, Edomite woman thing. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think they overturned the Roe versus Wade, man? Because they have a negative birth rate, all right? And Esau, his biggest fear is losing power, and for the evil deeds that he done to Jake and the other nations, you know, for that to come back on him, all right? So he like, nah, you know, F that. We got to keep our birth rate up, so we got to ban abortion on that level. But you have these women out here that are mad, you know, they're upset, going crazy. Like, you seen the one TikTok where, you know, that Eve, you know, she was in the car going crazy. And, you know, it shows you how deranged that these women are, man. It shows you how just completely out of their mind, psychotic that they are. Because you mean to tell me that as a woman, you're upset about something, but you know, the first thing that you do is to get inside your car, whether you're coming from work or you on your break, you know, you set your phone up, you know, turn on the camera, go on social media and record yourself crashing out, like record yourself bugging out on camera, and then you upload that shit. Then you upload that shit for the world to see, and all for what? So you can get some type of sympathy, so people can feel sorry for you, so you can display how hurt that you are over this situation, all right? It's complete madness. But see, yo, this is Babylon the Great. This is what happens. You see, this is the land of confusion, man. People here are extremely confused and deluded. They don't know whether they're coming or going, you know? And the reason why the people are like this is because Esau, he's pretty much taking their minds, man. You know, Esau, he's taken the minds of the average Babylonian and reduced them to a psychotic, crazy individual, all right? These people are not capable to make decisions on their own, man. They're not even able to think critically. So this is why Esau, he's able to run circles around these people, man, because they don't have no direction. They don't have any guidance from the spirit. They just out here, you know? Whatever Esau tell them, that's the direction that they're going to go in, you know? But Trump is elected now, all right? And really anything can happen to this guy in between now and in January when he gets inaugurated. You know, they're talking about taking this guy out, you know, which that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense to have a calm before the storm, if you will, because people were expecting there to be fireworks, if you will, on election day, for it to be some kind of fraud, or for it to be, you know, some kind of mishap to stir people up. But election day was, you know, went kind of smooth. All right. So people, you know, kind of relieved about that. You're like, oh, you know, had a big sigh of relief. Like, hey, you know what? Trump is our guy. You know, the election worked. It's not rigged. So they think, right? But they're going to find out real soon that their momentary or their moment of peace and comfort is going to come to an end suddenly. All right. Because they're going to do something to Trump, man. You know, they need chaos in order to bring this new system about. And we know that come 2025, they're going to usher in this new system hardcore, right? That's really what they're pushing for. All right. So before, you know, in between now and January, something's going to happen, man. Something's going to happen to where it's going to flip the script and people going to be in an uproar. All right. But people have this sense of peace and comfort now because their candidate won, or so they think. All right. But main thing I wanted to touch on here was, you know, women, the elder Menatizak, you know, he did a lesson of women, you know, showing forth their demons in this time, you know, after Kamala lost the election, you know, which you saw, you know, which he had put up a compilation of videos of women just completely bugging out after Kamala lost and Trump won. You know what I'm saying? Just really showing how psychotic a lot of these women are. And you know, the crazy thing about it is some of these women are married. You know, some of these women have husbands, and the way they was acting was like, yo, they was acting like some wild beasts. You know, acting like, you know, some little kids having a temper tantrum, man. All right, but this is what you have out here, just complete confusion. Now, women are, you know, cussing out men, you know, talking about, oh, it's you men's fault. I hate you men. I just wish all you men would die. You know, just saying some very harsh things about men. And that's you know, that's the one thing about the dynamic between men and women now. It's like, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. You know, you vote for Kamala, you still get cussed out. You don't vote at all, you still get cussed out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what, you know, what the fuck is the point? You know, like, what's really the point to even involve yourself in any of this shit, man? Because all of it is just a big ass circus and nothing but confusion. You know what I'm saying? But check it out. Liberal women call for sex strike and collective hysterectomies to protest Trump's election win. And it shows you that these women really ain't too bright, man, because just you think that you're gonna somehow punish men by not giving them no box, you know what I'm saying, by getting a hysterectomy to so-called, you know, you call yourself protesting against the Trump presidency. Which how dumb can you be? All right, number one, men don't give a damn if you want to withhold the box. Listen, men is not even checking for these bras anyway, man. All right, then what is a man really missing out on by some box that got a million miles on it? Something that, you know, multiple hundreds of men already done had. It's not nothing special. You're not withholding anything special. Like, you know, you ain't no virgin. You know what I'm saying? But these women, they're like, yeah, well, we're not going to have sex with men. We're going to, you know, do this. And man, listen, you bras can do what you got to do, man. But hey, just know that this is going to backfire on you. You know what I'm saying? Keep that same energy when Jacob Trouble come. All right? If you hate men and you know, men are the worst thing going and it's all just fuck men and this and that, yo, keep that same energy when Jacob Trouble come, man. Because guess what? I guarantee you, that they ain't gonna be singing that same tune when Jacob's Trouble come and it's a gang of men trying to break down your door and come in there and grape your ass, man. You ain't gonna be singing that same tune. You gonna be calling for a man to come help you. And guess what? In that day, it ain't gonna be no 911. You're gonna be on your own. All right, and this is even furthering the divide between men and women. Like, a lot of men now, after seeing these videos, are like, yo, these bitches are fucking crazy. I don't want nothing to do with these bras, man. All right, or if anything, just recreational purposes. You see what I'm saying? But these Babylonian women, man, you know, they done cornered themselves. You know, they done exposed themselves. You know how they truly feel about men. You know, so now they're going to the extreme of withholding sex and getting collective hysterectomies, which this is what the sisterhood leads to. All right, this is what feminism leads to. It leads to a destroyed society. All right, because these women are going against their natural use. All right, which is to be a mother. All right, to be under a man is a helpmeet and to be part of a family unit. All right, that's what a woman is supposed to be doing. But Esau, all right, through you know, Margaret Sanger, you know, that whole eugenics program, and I forget the name of the other lady, but she was a small hat, you know, pretty much brought, you know, Eve into the whole feminism shit, you know, and Esau furthered that by, you know, giving the woman incentives to kick the man out of the home, you know what I'm saying, pretty much to make you a single mother and destroy your family. And really, when you go back to it, men are not responsible for destroying the family. All right, women are. Okay, why? Because women listen to the serpent, and you took the goodies that he gave you to separate yourself from your man and break up your household. Now, when you look at other nationalities of women, they not down with breaking up their household, man. All right, they don't give a damn what Esau trying to give, because they're raised in a culture where men are the head. All right, you don't go against the man in these other cultures, man. But when it comes down to Eve, because it all goes back to the curses, and our people are destroyed ultimately for a lack of knowledge, you know, having no wisdom, you know. But you have aided the serpent in destroying your nation, Eve, and that's what you're guilty of. And instead of taking accountability for that, this is what women would rather do. You know, they would rather, you know, get hypersectomies, you know, withhold sex from men, which again, men don't care if you want to withhold sex. Like, it ain't like you missing out on nothing. You see what I'm saying? And most of these women out here anyways are complete trash. They got all kind of STDs and they, you know, burning, you know, all kind of stuff, man. So it's like you ain't missing out on nothing anyway. All right? But these women are just a bunch of whores anyway. You know what I'm saying? But check it out. Liberal women across the United States are launching a protest against President-elect Donald Trump's recent landslide victory over Kamala Harris, expressing their dissent by refusing romantic or sexual relationships with men. And believe me when I tell you, this right here ain't gonna last long, okay? Because women, their nature is to desire interaction with men, and even if it's not with men, you know, they're gonna deal with each other. You see, they're gonna deal with each other, or they're gonna use toys, or you know, whatever they do. All right, but mark my words, man, this ain't gonna last long. All right, because women are very fickle, and they you know, they don't really have any integrity like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you know, this might last a few weeks at best. All right, but hey, we're in the, you know, going into the winter months, and you know what I'm saying, it's getting cold. These women don't like being alone like that, man. So they you know, when worst come to worst, they gonna fold under pressure. All right, bottom line, shaving their heads and urging each other to get hysterectomies. And this is what the sisterhood promote, man. The sisterhood promotes self-destruction. You see, because all it really, these women think that they're hurting men by refusing romantic or sexual relationships, you know, and getting hysterectomies, but really all they're doing is destroying themselves, right? Because all you're doing is showing to men how crazy and deranged that you are, and that you're not even worth it to deal with. You know, and that's really why a lot of these women are the way that they are, because they can't get a man to deal with anyway. So a lot of them are bitter and they're hurt about that. So this is why they come against men so hard, and they hate men. On top of that, they've been taught by Esau to hate men. Okay? It said, fuck being skinny, fuck being hot, fuck being all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be. Because clearly they don't give a shit about us, said one liberal on TikTok who began haphazardly shaving her full head of hair on camera. She says, stop dating men, stop having sex with men, stop talking to men, divorce your husbands. Wow. They even went as far to say divorce your husbands. Crazy. Leave your effing boyfriends, leave them, she said. Wow. And this is all because Kamala Harris lost the damn election. This is because Kamala Harris lost. Now, these women, again, another prime example to show you how these women really just need to shut the fuck up, man, because all this right here is nothing but madness, right? You got women out here saying, stop dating men, stop having sex with men, stop talking to men, divorce your husbands out of all things, right? Divorce your husband, just leave your family because Kamala Harris lost. But Kamala Harris, she's married though, right? She's married to an Edomite. Is she gonna leave her husband because she lost the election? No, but you bitches would do that. You can't make this shit up, man. This shit is crazy. You know, are we witnessing natural selection in action? The movement takes inspiration from South Korea's 4B movement, a response to gender-based violence where women commit to their 4 no's: no sex, no dating, no marriage, and no children with men. New York Post report, following Tuesday's election results, the protest quickly gained momentum on TikTok. Many far-left women are vowing to abstain from romantic or sexual interactions for the next 4 years, and that's bullshit. All right, that won't even last 4 months, much less 4 years. All right, citing concerns over the erosion of abortion rights. And what's that abortion all about, man? Abortion is all about women not taking accountability for their fucking actions. All right, abortion is all about women being able to be whores and sluts, being able to lay down with any man that they want to, and then when, you know, a baby comes into the picture, they can just delete it, which is murder, by the way. right? They can just delete the baby and continue on with life as if nothing happened. And in the ancient world, this is why women were not promiscuous like that, okay? Women were not promiscuous like that in the ancient world because of this same exact reason, because of pregnancy, all right? Because if you were a woman back then and you got pregnant out of wedlock, then you were publicly shamed for that, okay? You were looked down upon. You know, more than likely, you would have had to be a harlot as your profession after that, because no man would want you, all right? Because you weren't a virgin, and they know that you had been touched, okay? So women in the ancient world, they didn't carry themselves like how women today carry themselves, man, because Esau, he gives these women a license to sin. See, he gives these women a license to gad abroad and pretty much just be whores and sluts. Then the culture that Esau pushed to you promotes these women to be whores and sluts, man. All right, all these women, you know, all these rappers and you know, entertainers and stuff like that out here showing their body full of tattoos, you know what I'm saying? You know, just being overly provocative in these videos. In this society, sex sells. And guess what? When you have young, impressionable minds, these young women out here that's coming up, they're looking at this as, you know, they're thinking that, you know, this is what men want. You know, this is what men like. You know, men like whores. You see what I'm saying? Then they get confused when men don't take them seriously, because women confuse being able to deal with a man sexually for a man taking them serious. Listen, it ain't hard for a woman to get a man to have sex with you. That's actually quite easy, all right? Because you got all kind of horny niggas out here just ready. But to get a man to take you seriously, to see you as his wife, and to really, you know, add, you know, bring you into a stable situation and lead and properly teach and guide you, these women can't get that, man, because of the way that they carry themselves, okay? And again, it's because you've listened, these women have listened to the serpent, man, and they've bought into feminism wholeheartedly, all right? You see from this article, women are saying divorce your husbands. But would Kamala Harris divorce her husband for you? But you want to divorce your husband for some you know, cackling dog that don't give a damn about you, all right? And Kamala Harris is a piece of shit, man, and so is Trump, right? Both of them is pieces of shit. You see, they don't give a damn about you. Like, this whole thing this whole election process was a psyop, man. It was meant to take your mind and get you to what you see here. Listen, Esau has perfected the psyop, man. This thing is worked to perfection. This has worked so well tonight. Women are talking about divorcing their husbands because Kamala Harris lost, man. Like, listen, I've even seen on Twitter women making tweets like, you know, if you didn't vote for Kamala, then we're not friends no more. You know, you can unfollow me. You know, I don't mess with you like that. Oh, I'm like, damn, like over in an election, you gonna cut people off, you know? All over Kamala Harris. And really, what would Kamala Harris have done for these women, man? You know, what would Kamala have done for these women? All she would have done was destroy you further. All she would have done was bug you out more, all right? Because guess what? Allowing women to have access to abortion, that's destroying a nation right there, man. All right? And it forces women to not have to take accountability for anything. So all Kamala Harris really would have done is further destroy these women, but mainly the Israelite woman. All right? Because the Israelite woman has been empowered through this feminism. You know what I'm saying? Israelite women have bought into feminism the most. I mean, all women, you know, to a degree have bought into feminism, but, you know, the difference with these other nations is they understand when to cut the shit off, right? They understand not to go too far with this shit, because they understand that they need their men. And in their culture, their societies don't promote that feminism bullshit. All right, but Eve here in America, all right, because you don't know who you are, you pretty much just out here lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Esau comes to you with this philosophy and says that, you know, you don't need the man. You can do bad all by yourself, you know. You can kick the man out the house. You know, I'll give you SNAP. I'll give you WIC. I'll give you all these benefits, right? Meanwhile, this devil Trump, he about to cut you off from all that. So you really about to be hurting out here. All right? All the SNAP, all the WIC, all the government assistance, all this shit is about to go. All that Social Security, these devils about to cut you off, man. They about to cut Eve off. Because Eve is the main recipient of all these benefits, man. You know what I'm saying? Section 8 and all that. Esau about to cut you so-called black women off. So what you gonna do then? All right, so these devils, man, they've set up, the so-called black woman for destruction. Check this out. If you need someone to cuddle or give you a kiss, I bet you one of your girlfriends would do it. See? So now that they're not about to deal with men, they about to deal with each other, which they've been doing it. All right, but again, that whole gay thing is really a phase. And again, listen, I've been seeing it, for a long time, man. Like I've been seeing it. It's really the chicks that can't get a man that go gay. You know what I'm saying? Or they're not attractive like that, so then they start dealing with each other. That's all that's about. It says, I bet you one of your girlfriends would do it, and you don't even need to be gay. It's okay to have a lot of platonic love for the next 4 years. And no, it's not okay. All right? And this is also what the feminism promotes. It promotes women to be sodomites, man. Which no good is coming of that, because number one, it's against the order that the Heavenly Father set up, and it's against procreation. And, unbeknownst to these women, whether they realize it or not, they're aiding this depopulation agenda by doing this. So you see how well that the psyop has worked that Esau put on these people, man. He's basically got you opting into depopulation of your own people. So these women are completely through. It says exit polls support the premise that young men have become overwhelmingly conservative in the past 4 years, while women ages 18 to 29 went overwhelmingly left, in part because of concerns over reproductive rights. Now, the only women that have a problem with, their reproduction being affected are whores, man, which are majority of the women in America. All right? So, of course, they will be upset. Of course, they feel some type of way, man, because pretty much Trump, he's not going to allow you to continue to be whores, man. All right? And you're upset about that. Young women supported Harris over Trump by 18 points, while young men backed the president-elect by 14. All right? Now, both of these candidates, are clowns, really, but with that whole clown show that Kamala put on, bringing out Megan Thee Stallion, Beyonce, and all these characters, man, people saw right through that. People saw that shit was fake. People saw that it was that it wasn't something that you want to align yourself with. So that's why, that made a lot of people run towards Trump even more, because even though Trump, Trump's the devil, I mean, he did have a lot of good talking points. He had some good talking points on, what Kamala was doing wrong, and, certain shit that she didn't even have an answer for, man. So off of that, it was like, hey, you know what? Because men are more logical. They're like, well, Kamala, she's a woman, number one. She's not emotionally stable. She disappeared for half of her term being VP, and she allowed these borders to be wide open. So why would you continue? Why would you opt for another 4 years of that? You know what I'm saying? And really what people did was they voted for, what they deem as the lesser of two evils, which really both of them are evil. So it's not like you're getting anything less evil. And more evil is going to come from Trump, as you'll see in the next coming months, man. And that's if they don't off this guy. All right? That's if they don't off him. But either way, man, look, America is cooked. And these women, they're really setting themselves up for Isaiah 4:1, because all this that you see, all this is going to backfire. Okay, all this, my body, my choice, no sex until Roe v. Wade, all this is going to backfire on these women, because men are really going to separate from these women, man, and leave them alone. This is why Isaiah 4:1, as it says, 7 women, which is a complete number of women, are going to take hold of one man and say, basically, let us be your wife. Okay, take us so that our reproach can go away. All right, because right now, women are being reproached, but how much more in a time of Jacob's trouble? How much more in a time of societal collapse are they going to be reproached? All right? Like, you have women out here that are so desperate for men, and this happened to me, a few weeks ago, but it was two Eves, man. I was just in the store shopping or whatever. And I guess they seen me from afar, You know, one of them came over and asked me, you know, do I have a woman? And I told him, yeah, you know, I'm good. You know, they wasn't even my type anyway. You know what I'm saying? They was, you know, overweight and all that. But, you know, I'm like, nah, you know, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? But, yo, these these women out here, man, and, you know, brothers can attest that these women are getting desperate, man. So when men really completely just get turned off by these women and just, you know, completely, you know, cold turkey quit, that's when it's going to be like, damn, like, we done fucked up. You know, because right now, women still got some pride. Like, you know, we don't need these men. These men need us. Like, I'm the prize. Fuck these men. But that tune about to change real quick, man. When shit start getting real out here. Like, when the ish start hitting the fan, that's when these women are going to realize and come to these senses. Like, yo, we've been deceived. We've been duped by the devil. All right, because once Esau withdraw his hand and he leave you out there to the wolves, that's when you're going to realize how important that a man is. That's when they're going to realize how, you know, how much that they took men for granted, you know? And at that point, it's going to be too late. All right, men going to make you stand on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Men are going to make you keep that same energy, man. We not going for no apologies. We're not going for no, I'm sorry, and, you know, I messed up, this and that. Nah, man, keep that to yourself, all right? Because all this time, men been trying to help you and you know, get you on the right track and, you know, get you to turn away from that folly. All you did was shoot men down and pretty much tell men to, you know, just shut the F up. You know, hey, so keep that same energy, man. Let's get some scriptures and close out. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 25. And verse 12, it says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love, and faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him. Verse 13, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, and any affliction but the affliction of them that hate me, and any revenge but the revenge of enemies. Right? So, hey, the scriptures say, give me any plague, man. All right, so I'll take a hurricane, I'll take a tornado, you know, I'll take a damn, you know, pounding headache over a wicked woman, over the wickedness of a woman, right? It says in verse 16, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face and darkeneth her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. Yeah, and you know, a lot of these women, man, are a bitterness unto a man, because a woman, she's supposed to be a pillar of rest. You know, you're supposed to be able to confide in your woman. You know, you're supposed to be able to get some sort of comfort and feminine energy from your woman. But these women now, they don't give that. You know, they come with very masculine, bugged out energy, which no man, you know, wants to deal with. This is why many of these women are alone. They don't have men in their life. All right, and then and on top of that, they, you know, they think that they can do no wrong. They don't want to take no accountability for anything, man. You know, in their eyes, the man is the problem. The man is the one doing everything wrong. So men now are like, you know what? Since we're so much of the problem, and you know, we're so harmful to you, you know what? We just gonna leave you alone. All right, we're gonna allow you to do your own thing and see how that works out for you. You see? Verse 19, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. You know? Verse 24, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. And that's the problem, man. Women have been given too much liberty in this society. Women are really children, man. You know what I'm saying? Women are not supposed to be given all this liberty. She's supposed to be under the authority of a man, because when you give a woman liberty, these are the things that they fall into. These are the things that they grab a hold of, man, because a child is like, I just want to be free. You know, I don't want nobody to tell me what to do. You know, I'm my own person. I can make my own decisions. You know what I'm saying? But women, hey, the scriptures say that the Lord has deprived her of wisdom. All right. So a woman, she's not even capable of guiding herself to any kind of righteousness, man. You know, she needs a man, and furthermore, a man of Yahweh Bashmel Shai, a man of understanding, to be able to properly lead and guide her into the ways of life. All right. She's not capable of doing that on her own, man. This is why these women, they're on broad path to self-destruction, because they don't even know what they're doing. They don't know what they're involving themselves in. Verse 26, if she go, not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. But these women now, they're saying the opposite. They're basically telling men, if you don't do what I want you to do, I'm going to cut you off. All right. I'm going to divorce you. I'm going to stop dealing with you. I'm going to withhold sex from you. All right. So we live in a backwards, upside down society where right is wrong and wrong is right. You know what I'm saying? This also how you know that we at the end, man. This how you know that Yahweh Shai, he about to come back real soon, because this world is just completely out of control. All right? And these women are completely out of order. We can close out on this here. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And let's get it's a lot. I think it's in verse 10 it says, verse 9, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, speaking about Esau, the so-called white man, okay, which has pushed this psyop, this delusion onto the people, man, to get them to be bugging out the way that they are. Right? This is the working of Shaitan, man, with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So there you go, man. These women, all right, they're under a strong delusion. They're so strongly deluded, in fact, like they truly believe in what they're saying. They're so strongly deluded that they're talking about, I will divorce my husband because he didn't vote for Kamala Harris, or I'll cut my man off, or I'll withhold sex from my man. You see, these are the things that they're talking about, man, because why? They've been strongly deluded. They've bought into the philosophies, the meats of the serpent, which has destroyed their minds. All right? But women are supposed to lead society, right? Women are supposed to be at the forefront. Man, hell no. Show me one flourishing society on earth that is run by women. Can't do it. All right? Because women ultimately were not set up to run anything, man. Women were set up to be in subjection. Women were set up to be in order under a man, which is what they're rebelling against, you see? But at the end of all this, women are going to realize that this whole feminism wave and being liberated and all this, because the woman has wanted to be liberated for the longest time, really since the garden. The woman has wanted to be liberated, and now Yahweh Basham Shai is giving these women what they want, and he's allowed you to be free. He's allowed you to be free from the authority of a man. All right, he's allowed you to be out here, but how is that working out for you? Women are more lonely than ever. All right, men are not dealing with them like that. They're hurt and they're upset because a lot of these women, man, going and taking that juice, destroying themselves with all these abortions. Now they're not able to even have children no more. You see? So they've completely destroyed themselves, man. And this is all under the guise of what? Free the woman, liberation. All right, women's, women's lib, which is all some BS. And guess what? At the end of all this, man, these women are going to realize it, and that's when Isaiah 4:1 is going to come into the picture. That's when women are going to realize that feminism didn't do them no good, it didn't benefit them, and that it was all a lie. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close out right here. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying through the Rakah Kadash. Call halal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. And until next time, Lord willing, Shalom to the elect. Kom Yasha'Allah.